now they're saying maybe at least 70% to 75% of the U.S. population has had COVID, and that natural immunity and the public policy is not being brought into the discussion at all, and it leads to even more confusion.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say so. Most of my respondents are vaccinated. I would
Sure.
say each month I get a couple who are not, but most of them are. And the people who are not vaccinated for various reasons, including sort of what you suggest, Chris, which is that they've already had the illness. They don't think they need to be vaccinated. So, but I haven't spent a lot of time probing on the concept of most of America having had it. Although maybe that does get into why they think about taking the next step and looking at it as an endemic as opposed to a pandemic. It's a good question. Maybe I'll ask it this coming Tuesday in my next sessions.
Look at that. You're driving the debate, Chris.
Well, there's a lead editorial in the Wall Street Journal, I think it was yesterday, on this very subject by Marty McClary from Johns Hopkins, basically saying we have not done enough to recognize natural immunity. People have lost their jobs who have had COVID because they didn't want to take the shot and try to argue that, hey, I have natural immunity, I'm going to be fine. I'm not a big carrier. And by the way, all the data that's now coming out of the CDC is saying that you are 2 to 4 times less likely to be a transmitter or get the disease again if you have natural immunity. So there's all these studies are lags, obviously. But I think it's an important point.
Well, and it's,
because people have lost their jobs, lost their livelihoods because they don't want to get vaccinated.
You can't have a vaccine mandate and ignore natural immunity. I mean, I just from a scientific standpoint, that just doesn't make any sense. But
so the endemic piece of it, I think, is really, really important because that comes from all these different data points coming in and people trying to educate themselves, but also comes from people are just tired. They want to get on with their lives.